Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Console Gaffer Dagenham Redbridge Save, and we have got to crunch time in the season. We have got 2 games left to play, home to Aston Villa and then away to Everton. We've had some magnificent results so far this season. We've also some poor ones. We went through a little spell there as well where we've been battered a few times. Spurs beat us, Man City's beaten us, Chelsea's beaten us, Man United's pumped us, Liverpool's pumped us. West Ham beat us in the FA Cup semi-final. First really good cup run that we've managed to get to, but we lost in the semi-final by 3 goals to 0 to West Ham. But let's forget all that. We can give you a season preview later on. Where we are currently in the Premier League is, with 2 games to go, we are in the box seat to get Champions League football. Absolutely incredible for the Daggers. Champions League football could be coming. We've played 36 games, we've won 18, we've drawn 9, we've lost 9, we've scored 62, we've conceded 51, which is still quite high up there, but we are currently a point clear of Chelsea with 2 games to go. And really, we're not that far behind Aston Villa, to be fair. If we beat Aston Villa, I mean, we're not going to, if we win our last 2 games and Villa will lose our last 2 games, they'd still topple us on goal difference. But it just goes to show what a season we've had up to this point. If you quickly look at the squad, in fact, no, we'll not look at the squad first. We'll go to the transfers and show what we did in January. So we brought in KU Furo in January. We brought in Eric Silvestri, which I already talked through. And then last day of the transfer window, we brought in Victor Kuna, another regen, 23 years old, but the boy is absolutely special. He's got 16 technique, good pace, first touch is great. And if you look at his mental attributes, the only thing that's a bit down is the work rate, which I'm sure we'll work on. But for the way we like to play in our teams, Victor Kuna is a fantastic, fantastic player for us. And in the 12 games he's played so far, he scored 2 goals and got really 2 assists. So his expected assist is 4.2, so performing a bit lower than expected, but that's down to our finishing, not down to his quality of pass. So yeah. And the other boy that we brought in, Eric Silvestri, he's been great for us. Big 6'5" left back, which, like I say, I could probably turn into a central defender once we get his passing and all that. But and again, for the money that we paid for him, £8.75 million, tremendous, tremendous. So yes, that's where we are with signings and outgoings. We put on loan Federico Grana to Borussia Mönchengladbach, and that's really been it. We've not really sold anybody else in this window, the January transfer window there. Coffee went, but we already spoke about that. So yeah, all in all, we spent 59. We have taken in 37, so kind of evening out the books a little bit. So we've got £15 million in the bank, £15.2 million in the bank, debt free, no issues. We're spending a wee bit more on wages than we probably should be, but we've still got £1 million coming in more than what's going out. Stadium wise, we are back at our stadium, the Victoria Road Stadium, 11,250 all-seater stadium. So yes, absolutely tremendous for the boys. The Victoria Road Stadium is in double figures now, all-seater. So yes, what a very, very good season we've had up till now. We'd just love to see it over the line. I think worst case scenario at this point in time, we don't finish in the Champions League places. I think we're more or less guaranteed Europa. more or less. Even if Spurs overtake us, we're still in there for the Europa, I think. So, because Arsenal really can't catch us, I don't think. I don't think they can at this point in time. So, 2 games to go. That's where we are. Come on, the Daggers. So, squad-wise, Emmanuel Amenga has had another decent season for us in the Premier League. 38 games, last season 21 goals, this season 29. He scored 19 with 3 assists. So another stellar season for the big Dutchman. We've had Danny Perez scoring 8 goals with 8 assists. Furo from January, he was injured, but he scored 3 goals and an assist as well. We can play him on the right, which he has been playing last couple of games. Victor Cunha, as we've seen. Eduardo Fernandez, winger, 7 goals, 6 assists. We've got Yael Santiago, 7 goals. Christian Kamoto, 6 goals, 4 assists. So we've got people who can do the business. And the young Brazilian Luis Felipe, who we've on loan to Hearts, has scored 10 goals in 29 appearances for Hearts. So hopefully he comes back swinging next season. So yeah, it's been a solid season for us up to this point. And what we're going to do is we're going to get the Aston Villa game out the way. And then we're going to get straight into the live Everton match, final game of the season away from home, to see what it's like. But first and foremost, we'll be back after the Aston Villa game is out the way. Well, that is us. Just played the Villa match, and it has been finished as a 1-1 draw. We scored first after 8 minutes, and then Connor Bradley equalised in the 39th minute, and that was really the end of the scoring. But that puts us really in charge. A win on the final day of the season guarantees us Champions League football. It's in our hands, away from home to Everton. But let's have a quick look at the highlights of this match. So the ball came in from Cunha, headed out from Nico Gonzalez, Danny Perez, back to Cunha, back to Perez, and he shot, come pass, ends up in the back of the net. And that was a great start for the Daggers. And then Bradley crossed into the penalty area. Dagenham headed it out. Back to Connor Bradley. Cuts inside and put a fantastic strike into the top corner. And that was 1-1. And that is how the match finished. So, yes, that is us now. Cesc Fabregas' Aston Villa 1-1 draw at the 11,000-seater capacity stadium, Victoria Road Stadium. 1-1 draw takes us to the last game of the season against Everton to see if we can get into the Champions League for the first time in our history. We've already finished the highest we're ever going to finish in the Daggers' history. And in the 3rd season of the Premier League, we have a chance at Champions League football. We made a semi-final of an FA Cup as well, but it's a Champions League that could really open it up to so much more riches. So let's not delay, let's go straight into the Everton game on the final day of the season. So it has come down to this here in this match, in this final Premier League match of the season. A victory guarantees us a spot in the Champions League. A draw or defeat may push us down if Chelsea win, but we're guaranteed Europa League football nevertheless. So let us get into the match. Here's the team in possession, out of possession. We're going to go a wee bit deeper. And Furo is going to push on to wide right. So there we go. Let us go and see if we can win. What a season it's been for us. What a season. We're currently 4th. Final day of the season against Everton. It's been incredible. Let's get into this match. So here are the teams for the final day of the season. Everton not on any relegation issues at all, but we are looking for Champions League football, incredibly. Even though we have got Europa League, as you see us sitting nicely in fourth. Come on, the Daggers. Played 6 minutes here, and Rui Silva has the ball. Stoyanov across to Silvestri. Good ball to Perez. Perez, this was a great football from the Daggers. Cunha. Back to Perez. Into the penalty area. He's got it back to Sousa. Sousa with a shot. Keeper saves. Amenga scores. Flag goes up. Oh. I'm sure he was onside. Sure he was on. Yeah! The goal's good. The goal is good. It's 1-0 Daggers. What a start to this match. And it is half time here now. 1-0, doing okay. Rest of the place, Ipswich are 2-0 up on Chelsea as it stands at the moment. So even if we drop points, Chelsea would need to win and Everton would need to beat us. So it looks like it could be Champions League football after all this season. But really, what a first half it's been. 67% possession. Big Amenga does the business again. Wow. What a season. Could just be 45 minutes away from being the best season ever. Pleased. Let's just go. Let's just start the second half. We're nearly at 60 minutes and Ipswich are still 2-0 up on Chelsea here. Villa are 1 down at Liverpool. They're still ahead, still doing fine. Maybe we could change now, I think. Hill's struggling a wee bit, so Fernandez would come on for Hill. Santiago for Paulo Bernardo. And Komoto for Danny Perez. Let's see if we can hold out here. Chelsea have one back. We've got about 3 minutes to go here. Stoppage time of the match. We've got the ball. Fernandez to Silva. Down line to Illich. Into the midfield to Komoto. Well played. Ball that way to Cunha. And here comes the young Portuguese man. Inside. Komoto. Back to Sousa. Love the ball to Amenga. He can flash it here. Good save. Second. There it is. Oh, what a finish to this league season. We have finished 4th in the Premier League. 3 points behind Villa. 4 points clear of Chelsea. As they've lost today, by the looks of things. Doesn't matter, we've done our job, we've won. Doesn't matter what Chelsea done. Delighted. Absolutely delighted with that. And the Daggers have finished 4th in the Premier League. Wow. We are Champions League, said we are Champions League, is a cry from the Daggers fans. Absolutely magnificent. 1-0 win. 1,100 away fans cheering in the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Phenomenal by the boys. There it is, right there for all to see. Dagenham Redbridge have qualified for the 2033 UEFA Champions League by securing a top 4 finish in the Premier League. Board have set the initial budgets. £1.2 million. We're nearly spending that anyway in a £54 million transfer budget. Furo's injured 47 weeks. He'll miss pre-season. Doesn't matter. The Daggers have been given £34.4 million for finishing 4th. Liverpool have won the title. Sheshko finishes top goal scorer. Garner wins Premier League. Dagenham Redbridge best 11. Training plan camp. So let us look. So what a season it has been for the Daggers. 11,250,000 all-seater stadium is going to be in the Champions League next season. We, with our Premier League winnings, we're up to £46.3 million in the bank. Squad-wise, we will probably need to get a few players in because we're going to have a lot of games. We're going to have 8 extra games in the Champions League next season, so that's going to be difficult. So recruitment is going to be key. Jaden Magoma, he could be a good shout to be fair. 650k left back. Played 34 times in the Premier League this season. When was the last time we scouted him? Consistent performer, good pace. Paredes is there. Silvestre is there. Jaden Magoma. But there's every chance that Paredes might leave. Where is he? Because there's some interest. Palace is interested in Paredes. £33 million could help on the rebuild. I might just bring him in. Make a wee bid for him actually. Mohamed Newlands, 22-year-old Belgian attacking midfielder. Regen. Byfield. It's on loan from Spurs. Contract's running out. 6'3". Oh, he's got good pace. Technique's not that great. You know what? I might have a look at him. Scout player here as well. He could be a good shout. He really could be a good shout. Byfield. Decent pace. Jaden Magoma. He's going to be out of contract soon as well. If we go to the recruitment, and who's on the transfer list at the moment? Ryan McQueen, attacking midfielder, right and left. Let me give him a wee scout. He could be a good shout as well, but money-wise, he's £47 million, but we'll scout him in the Champions League. Good mentals, good physicals, fantastic technique. He would be a very good player if we could get him in. Callum McKean, regen from Celtic, attacking midfield player, asking to leave. Technique's 15, passing is good. Maybe give him a wee scout. We're getting to that stage in the career where it's going to be regens. Ben Nink, the German, 6.4, right back, 6'1", 6.4 million he was. Jade Spence, Callum Hudson and Doyle. So there's a few players that's kicking about at the moment. Luca Jaquez, £8.4 million defender, 100 grand a week, but 6'2", is he a step up in class of what we've got at the moment? We'll scout him again. So yeah, there is players we could maybe have a little look at, but I think we've got a decent base of a squad at the moment. Stoyanov there's interest in the Israeli Stoyanov, who's had a good season. Palace again interested in him. His pace has slightly went up a wee bit, or it's going up, his acceleration. But that's the type of player that we want. People who's technically very good on the ball, as you can see in a lot of our games this season, where we've dominated the ball. So yeah, it's been a very, very good season. And after again that kind of sticky spell in February time, where we lost to Man City, we lost to Chelsea, lost to Man United, lost to Liverpool, we finished the season unbeaten in 5, with 0-0 against Newcastle, 1-0 against Ipswich, a 3-0 victory away from home against Arsenal, a 1-1 against Villa, and then we beat Everton the final day of the season to get us into this Champions League position. We got to an FA Cup final, but Liverpool absolutely smashed us. So yeah, that's where we are. And just out of interest, I want to see how Celtic got on this season, and we'll go to Paulo Bernardo's previous team. Oh, and Celtic have finished second in the Willie Hill. Rangers are champions by 2 points. Sore one for the Hoops. Current season, Rangers won it. Last season, Celtic won it. The season before that, Celtic won it. Season before that again, Celtic won it. Season before that, 28-29, Celtic won. Oh, and there's a turn up for the books. 20-27-28. Aberdeen took the title. Absolutely smashed it there. 80 points. Rangers finished second on 73, Celtic 72. Wow. And the season before that, Celtic and Celtic again. So yeah, there's a turn up for the books for Aberdeen that season. They finished third, and then they were the third force for 2 seasons after they won the title. Now they've dropped away, back to third place this season. Let's have a look at their squad. Calco Oliveira, good player. Good player. How much did they pay for him? £2.1 million. Nothing from Nottingham Forest. Good signing. Benjamin Frederick as well. From Ross County. Good enough pace. Alexander Jensen. He's been solid for them by the looks of things. And they've got Richard Hamill, a regen player who scored 24 goals in 43 games. £3.3 million. Good technique. Good enough mentals. I'm going to have a look at him. He could be a shout for a third option. 10 assists, Leighton Clarkson's there, so yeah. So yeah, turn up for the books. Rangers win the title. Celtic finished second. They've got players like Isaac Traore in the team. Sano as well, 32-year-old Japanese midfielder. Dwight McNeil's there. We've got Conor McGregor, attacking midfielder. Aberdeen looking at him. He's got good physicals, not too bad mentals, good technique for Conor McGregor. And Dyson Maeda still going strong at the club. Josh Sargent Iwata, another Japanese striker who's joining Celtic from Manchester United in the summer. Wow, good pace, good technique. Finishing could be better. I'm going to scout him as well. Might be an option for next season. But anyway, we don't need to get involved too much in this. We only need to know that we are going to be Champions League, and next season we'll come back for the first game of the season and we'll show you where we are for the Champions League, what teams we're going to play, and we'll probably have a look at all the games, Champions League games next season, as it's going to be a huge one. Huge Champions League for the Daggers. Stadium wise, I could ask again to give us more, but I don't want to limit the stadium. I want the first season in the Champions League to be at the Victoria Road Stadium. First, not just Champions League, just Europe of any kind, to be at the Victoria Road Stadium, and then take it from there. But it's going to be a tough season, tough season next season. And if you look, since we've been in the Premier League, we finished 13th in the first season. Our second season, we finished 8th. And this season, we have finished 4th. Imagine if we progress again and we go for the title. Not on the cards. We just need to progress again. Bob around again, the top 10, top 8, and then try and have a strong-ish Champions League season and again improve the squad. So just before we go, we have just received information. The chairman has spoken. Dagenham Redbridge board plan to build a new stadium. So the board have announced plans to build a new stadium and are in the process of searching for suitable sites and possible investors. We need to accommodate a bigger crowd due to the high demand for tickets at home matches right now. The board, however, pointed out that this will not be a smooth process, as it may be some time before plans can be finalised and put into action. So the chairman has spoken. The 11,250 all-seater stadium that is currently not long been finished, the chairman wants a new stadium built. So that is good news in one sense. In the other sense, it's not going to be this season, so we're going to be in the Champions League, and 11,250,000 seats are going to be sold out. So the chairman is also pleased to be in a position to increase the youth level recruitment and academy coaching to improve the quality of youth development at the club. So apparently we've got a good youth intake coming up. He was out on loan, but he's injured. But he's going to be going soon. The young 22-year-old Spaniard. Anyway, that is us up to date with that. So the club is going to be actively looking for new sites for the stadium, the new stadium that may be built in the very, very near future. But we'll just have to see how it goes. So, as always, see you in the next episode of the Console Gaffer Dagenham Redbridge Save in an exciting 4th season in the Premier League, where it'll be the first European adventure for the Daggers. Can't wait.